To Oracle, this is a reading for HNC. HNC wants to know, I really enjoy your YouTube channel. Well, thank you. I had a feeling that I needed to email you. Oh, if you could do a reading, I want a general overview or what my higher self wants me to know. Today, we are using the very cool Pre-Raphaelite Tarot, the Oracle of Visions. So we have an interesting Oracle card here. Basically, you have a lot of people trying to control your actions, or some people that are trying to control your actions, and it's one of those things to where they're doing it for their own benefit, not yours, but it looks like that possibly they're doing it for your benefit, or they're trying to do something for you, but they're not really not doing that. So one of those issues to where you need to be aware of what people do for you versus what people want you to do as a favor for them. So don't let people just arbitrarily control you. Make sure you know that make sure you meditate on their intentions and make sure their intentions are pure before you do a lot of different things for people, because sometimes even though it looks beneficial to everyone, it may not be beneficial to you. So keep yourself in the forefront, make sure your health and your well-being is in the forefront, and make sure that other people don't use that to your advantage, and just sort of watch out and be mindful of things like that. So that's basically what the Oracle card says. So now we're using the Pre-Raphaelite Tarot. This is the Oracle of Visions by Ciro Marchetti, by the way. So it looks like that you're having some issues as far as emotions are concerned. Again, it could be because of maybe people are kind of using you, or maybe people are trying to get you to do things that don't be beneficial to yourself, but you have some emotional turmoil going, and it's one of those things to where this is not going to be beneficial for you, but I believe you have control over it. It's one of those things to where you have to recognize it first and not look at this as something out of your control, or maybe a depression, or maybe some sort of a feeling that you have that you shouldn't have. You should have all of your feelings, and your feelings are important, but it's one of those things to where you need to take sort of mental control through that. It could be with meditations, it could be through all sorts of, tarot meditations, it could be through just standard meditation, but sort of get in control of your emotions. You don't really need medication to do that. You don't need a bunch of different things to get control. It's one of those things where you can take control if you really want to, and by all means you need to do that. You do have some a man or some men in your life that are more beneficial than you think. One of those things to where maybe you have a couple of orbiter friends or things like that that are kind of interested in you. One of them in particular is not really an orbiter friend, or it's not really someone that wants anything from you. He's actually genuine, and that's hard to see sometimes because he looks a little too desperate, or he needs your attention a little too much, but it's not one of those things. He actually is genuinely concerned about you, and it's one of those genuine love relationships that he has that's more of an agape type love rather than an eros or whatever. So he's not really that interested in you. He's more interested in helping you out. This card kind of looks like he's about to stab her, but no, he's modeling the pentacles, and she's enjoying the pentacles, and he's the one that modeled and created them. It's kind of a weird, now that I look at it, it's kind of a weird card. The way he's looking is kind of sinister, but no, it's not like that. He is genuinely interested in helping you, and here we kind of see this, that he's modeled these things, these pentacles, and she's here like, wow, this is wonderful, and he's like, look what I did. So again, it looks like that he wants your attention for more purposes than what you think. He's not. He's actually a good friend. He's actually somebody that you can trust. He's somebody that is willing to help you and is willing to be there for you. And he is a friend, maybe a little bit desperate for attention. Maybe he has a little of too much loneliness in his life or whatnot. But he is a good friend, and what you think he wants is not precisely what he wants. He's more interested in your well-being, and that is important to him. Okay, so as far as giving to other people, sometimes you give a bit too much. Sometimes you're a bit on the too giving side, and it could be related to the first thing here. So one of those things to where you need to, again, take yourself into account before giving a lot. Make sure that you're okay before you donate, or before you donate your time or money or whatever within other people. Some people look like they need a lot of help, but maybe they don't. So there's some influences in your life that you sort of need to take into account and need to take care of to make sure that, again, you're going to be okay first. You are a giving person, you're a trusting person in many ways, but it's one of those things to where, again, try to make sure that you're okay and find that balance, those scales. Make sure the scales are balanced as far as what you have, as far as time, money concerned, whatever, and what you're willing to give and donate and things like that. So again, one of those things to where it's these two cards are about pentacles, maybe about money, about resources, maybe about your time, but make sure that you're okay, and that's going to be your number one choice before helping other people. Helping other people is always good. However, again, make sure that you're in the forefront and you're not neglected during that helping process. So that's the third card. So this card is that sometimes it's difficult to have communication with some people at work. People around you at work sometimes try to make it hard to communicate. You may have some not so good allies at work, some people that are interested in having you move somewhere or having you do something different than what you like to do. And you're about to have a new opportunity at work, or about to have a new opportunity at the main thing that you do, sort of that 10th house feel. You have a new opportunity coming for that, and that new opportunity is going to make itself relevant because the people that you have been having issues with communications with are either moving or gonna move, or we're gonna have some readjustment in where they are and how they do things. And you're not really gonna have to worry about that because you're gonna have another new opportunity come. The new opportunity that's coming does not pay as well, does not have as many resources, but your happiness may be greatly affected. One of those things where you may not have as many resources, but your level of contentment and happiness comes around and is a great thing. So the Fool here means with new opportunity, especially with all these pentacles over here, and then this over here sort of points to the new opportunities coming soon, and the new opportunity should make itself really obvious, and hopefully you'll be able to embrace that and get a little more satisfaction within the context of what you do and how you do things, even though maybe a little less resources are heading your way. So anyway, that is my reading for HNC. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. If you would like a free tarot reading, how can you go wrong? It's free. Email me at the email address in the description below, and I'll put you on the list. It takes a few weeks, so make sure this is not something urgent that needs to be resolved by tomorrow, and I will get to your reading. Watch the YouTube channel and make sure that you watch and see when it's posted. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit like and subscribe.